The hiring of Art Briles as the new offensive coordinator sent a ripple effect through Grambling State, looking like a house divided. The ripple hit so hard it has those on the outside looking in, wondering what more could possibly happen to this historical football program. Well, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. What more has already taken place? And you know what? The question I have for everybody is, how do we fix it? How do we make things better so that we can move forward? Because right now, this don't look good. But let's tap on in and get into it. It's your favorite coach back at it again, 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos and hit the notification bell as well. And don't forget, tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's nothing but positive vibes over here. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and tap in. But don't forget, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. So I'm just going to go ahead and start it on off like this. Coach, what you got popping over there? Well, let me tell you simple and plain. There was a lot of people out there that was against the Art Briles hire, and there was a lot of you out there that was for the Art Briles hire. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was one of those that was against it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I said, I always keep it straight up and down with you guys. I don't have time to play no games with it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. From a coaching standpoint, me being a coach, I looked at the situation and said, hey, this would be a great pickup for Grambling State to bring this guy in to help Coach Jackson get things in order over there with the offense so that Coach Jackson can focus on just running the program itself, running the team, getting things in order so that they can collectively move forward and get Grambling back on the map where it needs to be. Everybody wants to see parity. Everybody wants to see competition within the SWAC. They don't want to see any layoffs as far as teams coming out there not being prepared, not being able to run the necessary plays they need to run for their teams to be effective out there on the field. And I understood Coach Jackson's standpoint on why he made this decision. But there's a little bit more that needs to go into this as well, because I don't know if anybody's touched on it, but I'm going to touch on a few things so that we can get some clarity as far as what's going on here. Because when you see so many people say so many nasty things about Grambling, and now we got Grambling's dirty laundry and their trash in the middle of the street for the world to just siphon through, pick through, and check out and see. I mean, we got to figure out a way how we fix this, because that ain't how things supposed to go. So Coach gonna start right here for you. And I'm gonna start with the two prime candidates that had so much that they wanted to say. And anybody else that want to climb on this wagon, you can come on and climb on it too, because I'm just gonna tell it to you simple and plain. This is how I feel it needs to roll out from here on in, because guess what? There's some things that I feel that have been missed, and I think these things need to be paid a little bit more attention to, because now, guess what? The athletes are impacted. And when the athletes are impacted, that's when I got a problem here. So we're going to go ahead and jump on in, you feel me? So let's get to it. Mr. Doug Williams and Stephen A. Smith, please step to the front, because it's simple and plain. You two need to get your checkbooks together, and I'm going to tell you why. I had to be first putting it out there. So since you was the first take, putting it out there, you should be the first one to write a daggone check to Grambling State University right now to help these student athletes make sure that they have a nutritionist on board to get them fed the meals that they should be fed on the daily. Why do I say this? Because the simple fact is this. We already know that there's some financial shortcomings that's going on here. And for the most part, and the reason why I say for the most part, because Hugh Jackson tried to bring in a different coach outside of Art Briles. If you didn't know that, I'm about to help you out with that right now. There was 12 candidates, if I'm not mistaken. 6 of those candidates was African-American candidates, okay? There was one candidate in particular that he wanted to bring in, but the problem was the money. Didn't have the money. So if you don't have the money, what do you expect to happen? Do you think this man was going to come in there and do it for peanuts? No, sir. He's looking to get them coins. He wants to secure his bag. So you can't get mad at him like that. Remember, you secured your bag, right? So let him secure his bag. Oh, Mr. Williams, don't go nowhere. I'm about to get to you. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. But back to Stephen A. Smith. You got your coins, right? You got your bag for you to do your job. So you can't sit back and look at these coaches as if they're just supposed to accept peanuts to do a job. Well, guess what? This is where you come in at, because I'm sure you know a lot of people out here at these colleges and universities that you've attended, that you went and visited on, throughout your period of time here. And I think you need to reach out and help Grambling with that. That's showing a little due diligence as far as with helping get some resolve here, especially now with the other issue that has come about. Now, Mr. Doug Williams, they say you are the face of Grambling State University. And that's all well and great. But being the face of something doesn't necessarily mean that you expose household business. Now, you got dirty laundry. Your glass house ain't clean. Oh, your glass house ain't clean. But what I'm saying to you, sir, is we need to be a little mindful and a little more respectful as far as how we do business. Because it makes no sense that business get done in this manner. Because again, as I stated to Mr. Smith in my last statement to him, who's affected by this? The athletes. What happens if Coach Hugh Jackson goes 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, 1-9 this season? Well, you gonna ask for his head on the platter? Hey, we need to fire him. Why? I mean, heck, if you don't have the finances in place in order for him to get the necessary coaches he needs to help him coach the program, then guess what? That's kind of gonna look like what Coach Fobbs was dealing with last season, right? We're back to square one. And I'm hoping nobody wants to see Coach Jackson decide he's going to, take his talents and go elsewhere, because you do know where all those athletes are going to go too, don't you? They're going to leave as well. Trust me. Coach Hugh Jackson reached out to a lot of people, a lot of those athletes to bring into the program. And they came to that program off the strength of him. They didn't come to the program off the strength of you or you, Mr. Smith. And a few of you others out there that are stating that Coach Hugh Jackson needs to be removed because he's not showing that he's a leader of men. Listen, folks, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some saint. I can go to altar call and, I can get I can get the holy water put on my head, and I'm just going to walk away like like I came into this world with no sins at all. We're going to cut that out. We're going to stop, because you know what? This is making the HBCU experience, this is making the HBCU brand look terrible right now, because this should have never been put out here in front of the masses for them to see what's going on. This ain't, Coach ain't here trying to have midweek service, trying to preach to nobody. I'm not doing that. All I'm simply saying is that, you know what? Since you're the face and Mr. Stephen A. Smith is the face, this is what I require from the both of you. Mr. Williams, I'll start with you this time. You are the face of Grambling University, as well as you are a face over at the Washington Commanders. Sir, I need for you to reach out to the owner over at the Commanders and ask him for some help for Coach Jackson and your Grambling State Tigers football players to have some of the things that's needed, that's required for them on campus. We already know he needs an offensive coordinator. He might need another coach or two here and there. That doesn't mean you send your son over there to come help coach, Mr. Williams. That's not what he needs. Coach Hugh Jackson doesn't need your son to come over there and help him coach. We need some coaches to come in there and help get this thing back rolling, because guess what? It's not about you. It's about allowing coaches to coach. It's about allowing these coaches to do the things that they come in there to do to get things in order. The reason why HBCU sports have been behind for so long is everybody want to shackle up the coach to keep them from doing the things that they need to do to get the necessary players in there. I'm not saying open up the floodgates and allow them to just come in there and act a daggone fool where you got a whole bunch of complaints going on and a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying to you is simple. We got to be mindful on what we got our hands on here. We have our hands on something that could be great. But the question is, are we going to get out of our own way for us to succeed and move this needle ahead? We can't keep doing the same thing looking for a different result. That's insanity, sir. I don't think any of you out there are insane. I hope not. But all I'm simply saying to you is this. You know what's going on. You know what's happening. It's time for you to give back. You've taken away. It's time to give back. Stephen A. Smith, you sat up, you put a lot of folks on blast on your show and made people look terrible, in which people decided to go away from them for whatever reason. But sir, I'm telling you now, it's your turn to step up, do your part. You want to be the blabbermouth to go ahead and give all this information all over the place when it didn't need to be given? You should have pointed Doug Williams back in house to go talk to the people in house. Let alone you went to Winston-Salem State University, so you should hold yourself accountable for that, because I'm sure you don't want none of your business at Winston-Salem State coming out to the streets either, do you, sir? So let's be a little mindful as far as how we do things, guys. That's all I'm saying. I mean, this has gone on far too long. But like I said before, we got the issue here with the meals for the players. My question to you is this: how are we going to fix that situation? Not to mention, with this being put out all over the place to the masses, what happens now to the players that's currently there and any player that might want to consider coming to Grambling in the future? How does that situation get fixed? That's all I want to know. How does that situation get fixed? Because now it's out there for everybody to see, and guess what? The question is going to be, what did they do to resolve the problem? Like I said, Coach Hugh Jackson, he's new to the situation. He's in here trying to make a way. I'm not saying his way is the right way. All I'm simply saying is this: this could have been done a lot better than what it was. We got to learn to handle our business in-house first before we take it out the house. Because I'm sure a lot of you out there that's married, got girlfriends, significant others, y'all ain't putting y'all business out in the street for the masses to see. Because if they did, folks would be looking at y'all crazy too. So, I mean, hey, Coach just getting off his soapbox right now. I'm not trying to create a bigger ripple than what's already been created. All I want to see now is some resolution. That's all, because the players are affected by this. That's it. That's my only take on this. The players are affected by this. And, you know, the comment about Coach Robinson rolling over in his grave, I'm sure he's tossing and turning right about now with Grambling State looking the way that they're looking right now to the world, because there's nowhere in the world they should be looking like that under no circumstances. And Doug Williams, you're wrong for that, man. You need to fix this immediately. You need to reach out to the university and get this resolved. Not just sit back and say, oh, I got my way and walk on. No, you need to get in there and fix it. Not putting your son on the coaching staff. No. You need to get in there and fix this immediately, because Coach Hugh Jackson needs some help. And you endorsed him in the beginning. So get back to endorsing this man and help this man get the necessary coaches he needs into the program that's going to help him move Grambling State forward. That's all I got to say. Like I said, I'm hoping all of this works out for Coach Jackson, and pray he gets more solid coaches on his staff for this upcoming season that can help him lead these young men that chose to be a part of the Grambling State Tigers football program. But until next time, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. Remember, be the one and lead.